Well, good morning, traders. We've got a somewhat upbeat lead from US stocks. I guess I say that because we were expecting the markets to be up. S&P futures were up 1.4% when Japan and Australia closed yesterday. There's been a lot of headlines coming through, whether you're looking at China and India and the skirmishes on their border and casualties that we've seen, what's going on with North Korea and South Korea, whether that stays contained within Korean assets or spills over on a more broad level. The case count in Brazil has been increasing markedly. We've been watching what's happening in China, of course. And the other news, of course, is what's happening in US data. We've seen this big divergence between what the stock market's been saying, credit markets have been saying, and also what economic data's been doing. And that started to converge. The retail sales number last night was an absolute blockbuster. Okay, let's start with currencies. You can see the Brazilian real down 1.7% against the US dollar. So a nice move up in dollar Brazil. You can see the high beta FX currencies under a bit of pressure there. This has been a stronger US dollar move. It's not a reflection of risk aversion, in my opinion, because if you look at vols, they've actually moved slightly down. So implied vols in FX have moved slightly lower on 1 week and 1 month. The VIX is actually down a touch. So I don't think this has been a risk aversion move. Have a look at what we've been seeing in equity markets. This is the S&P futures. You can see just as we went home yesterday in the ASX and Nikkei, futures were up pretty hard. So we were pricing in a good move. And I think when we got just before the cash market opened, you can see futures are up 3%. So I think the bulls would have loved to have seen that being sustained. As it is, futures are up, and that's giving us a bit of backbone to work with today. And I think if you look at SPY futures, they're up 0.6%. We've seen a bit of weakness coming through in Nikkei and Hang Seng futures. So those markets might be down fairly small on the open there. You can see our ASX 200 cash market here did touch 6,000 last night, and that's looking somewhat quite good for a move back into sort of 6,000. In terms of FX, well, as we showed there, euro dollar under a little bit of pressure there. Whether we can come and test this support into 112.30 is yet to be seen. And oil price is looking quite interesting as well. We hit $39 on our front month contract there, and we're looking for potentially a move back into this resistance level and see how price reacts. So generally commodities somewhat upbeat and generally risk coming on nicely and strongly. So we're looking for a mixed open in Asia with Australia due to lead. Traded with Pepperstone.